Hello everybody. Eighth part of the tutorial. I'm going to be teaching you how to make your character jump in Flash, so open it up. Yep, it's going to be cool. ActionScript 2.0. Oh, by the way, I haven't made a tutorial in about 5 months. Sorry about that, I've been pretty busy. So, let's make us a character. No. Alright. So just draw your little dude. Draw him how you want. Make him character up here. Set the registration to the bottom. Character. Rectangle tool. Rounded edges, they're fun. Let's see. There we go. Now let's make this ground. And you can set the registration to the top. That makes things a little bit easier. And now let's do some action scripting. Alright, so we're going to start out making them move left to right, which is going to go...
Take my hand and come with me because you look so fine that I really want to make you mine. I say you look so fine that I really want to make you mine. 4, 5, 6, come on and get your kicks. Now you don't need the money when you look like that, do you, honey?
There you go, sorry about that. Load. Now we're going to put in 4 variables. First is going to be falling equals false, which I have no idea what that does, but you can't not have it, so keep it in there. Jumping equals false. That makes it so that just basically disactivates jumping until you tell it to activate itself, which we're going to do later. And then you can set gravity to 12 or whatever you want. I like 12, it works good. And then jump equals 0 for now. That makes it so you are on the y-axis where you want to be instead of already moving up. Enter frame. Now we're going to start with what we did for installing gravity. It's going to be if not exclamation point root.ground.hit test this dot underscore this dot underscore y true. Don't forget that part. And I'm going to do for this part and not jumping underscore y plus equals 10. So what this does is it means if you're not touching the ground and you're not jumping, then you're falling. And then here we can do if root.ground.hit test this dot underscore x this dot underscore y true and falling. That makes it so if you are falling and you touch the ground, then falling stops, jumping stops because you can't jump when you're falling, so it'll make you jump forever higher. And then we can set jump to 12 here, just because it's easier that way. That makes it so when you do jump, you jump up 12. 12 is a good number, it works well for this. And now let's set the spacebar to jump, so if key dot is down key dot space, jumping equals true. That makes it so when you hit space, jumping is true, and when jumping is true, that makes it so you go up on the y-axis as many times as it says to with jump, which in this case is going to be 12. Or actually 0.9, but we'll get to that later. Now we can say if jumping, where jump is greater than 0, which makes it so if you have jumped, if you are above where you started, above the origin, then falling equals true. What that does is it makes it so after you jump, you fall back down. So that's necessary. Then we're going to say if jumping, let's see, this dot underscore y minus equals jump. And then we're going to set jump to jump minus equals 0.9 will work. So what this does is it makes it so when you are jumping, when jumping is activated, which we did right there, then this character, jumps minus 0.9 spaces up. The decimal and the negative cancel each other, but it works more smoothly when you do it this way. And it just works better. I like doing it this way. And you have smaller numbers to work with, so you have more fluctuation between how high or low you want to jump. So to go over all this, there are 4 mechanics here, I guess, actually 5. First we have if you are not touching the ground, then you're falling. Right here we have if you're falling and you touch the ground, you stop falling. Right here we have if you press the space bar, you jump. Right here we have if you jump, then you fall back down. And right here we have when jumping is activated, you actually go up on the y-axis. So there's only 5 parts there. It's pretty simple. It only takes a couple hours to get to know the whole script, the whole code. So we can put that away. Test this out. This computer is pretty slow for running Flash. I don't know why, but it still works. I bet if you run it on your computer, it'll look a lot better than this. But when you ignore the lagging, it is a pretty smooth jump. You slow down at the top, then you speed up as you fall back down. There's no velocity in this, it's just naturally like that, but I am going to teach velocity later, probably in the ActionScript 3.0 tutorials. So yeah, it's a pretty cool trick. There you go. I'll let you guys look at the script for a bit, in case you need to. So, I want to talk about the upcoming tutorials. I've been teaching you guys ActionScript 2.0, and next I was planning on teaching you I was planning on teaching you animating, but the thing about animating is it can only really be done in ActionScript 3.0 because there's this special tool that you basically need for action scripting. It's called the bone tool. I mean, not for action scripting, for animating, sorry. It's called the bone tool. Without the bone tool, you can't do it. And the bone tool is only in ActionScript 3.0. So basically, I'm going to have to go back and transfer all the ActionScript 2.0 stuff I've taught to ActionScript 3.0. And I am going to do that, but it will be after the animation. That way I have time to study 3.0. So that's kind of a pain in the ass, but we'll do it. So next tutorial is going to be about the code hit test, because it's useful. You guys can use it in all your games. You can do a ton of stuff. I'll explain it on the next video. So that's all for today. Next video will be up pretty soon because I have a 3-day weekend. So I'll talk to you guys later.